welcome back to our Let's Play series of the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. And so we're basically in the final part of this Let's Play series. Because we're at the final level. And so last time we left off, Sherlock Holmes explained his theory or deduction, like during the investigation, that basically Moriarty, like Sherlock Holmes's arch nemesis Moriarty, is behind all the killings and murders and poisoning of the murders of the of English political officials, and responsible for the poisoning and plague and going on in the streets of Whitechapel. So now we're gonna have to go into. We have to figure out how to go into this circus, which is next door to this factory, which is some backward-ass decision to build a circus. Or a fair, I mean, a fun fair in, yeah, I know how to move faster, damn it. Yeah, so we have to figure out how to go get inside the fair, that's next door to this factory, and then, go to, I guess going inside the factory from there, I guess, I don't know. But this is like the location of where Moriarty is, supposed to be in. Oh.
That could be used as a weapon in a necessity.
I guess I don't need any other thing over here. This is, what is it? An iron bar, so it's a hot iron bar in this basket case. That fire should be a lot more spreading or engulfing this whole barrel than just being in the pot. If it was like an iron, or yeah, like an iron trash can, whatever. This is the final part. It doesn't matter.
With this cable car, we can get up onto the warehouse roof. This motor is from the cable car. Look at this hole. This motor needs a starting handle. There's a little petrol left, but not enough to start the motor. There's a little petrol left, but not enough to start the motor. Empty. Judging by the smell, I would say that it's an oil reservoir.
Given the maintenance, this cable car isn't used very frequently.
True, Watson, but let us hope that it is still working.
Okay, so we're gonna have to find some stuff to, what's this?
There's a little petrol.
No, nothing. Okay, well, so we're gonna need to find some stuff, to, get this thing going. Oh, what's this?
Cutting pliers. They could be useful.
Okay.
There is a metal ladder stuck under the cable car.
Yep, we're gonna have to get that thing going. But yeah, so it's, find out that Sherlock Holmes was actually innocent, and Moriarty is behind it all. So yeah. Oh, I use the iron bar to. Okay, that was easy. Oh hey,
A crank.
there you go. On the crank. Okay. Well, I was gonna go for this thing, but I guess it didn't highlight.
This chest is shut by a cord, which also attaches it to the cable car's structure.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save here real quick. Please don't crash. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna try these pliers. Yep, there we go.
A bottle of motor oil.
Oh, I guess they're all, the things we need are all in this cart, in this cable cart here.
The lever is stuck.
I'll just save right here just in case.
This motor is from the cable.
Yeah, we'll just port here. Yep.
Let us hope it works. There's a little petrol left.
So we're gonna need petrol or something. I don't know why it just got slows down right there. Oh, is that the petrol?
Vodka. There's a little at the bottom of these bottles. Russian alcohol. Holmes, the three brothers. This motor is
Could these work? Yep.
used for fuel.
Alright, and then this thing.
Crank is in place.
Okay. We'll come back to that. Now let's see. Oh, I guess it's still on the outside.
There are two guards in front of the main entrance. We will have to find another way in.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, back to the cable car. Cart.
This motor is...
There we go.
We are going
To separate, I will find a way into the fair, and you must investigate the warehouse.
Very well, I'll do that.
There is no one on the roof. If the machine should get out of control, then just use the brake. There ought to be one.
I should hope so. Anyway, there's no other choice. And when I've found out what is going on down there, what should I do then?
Come and join me in the fairground. You can follow my route to get over the fence. Then you should find me easily enough. Good luck, my dear fellow.
Come on, John. Courage.
Use that same line again from the sewer level.
No one seems to have noticed me. Now I must try to find out what is going on here.
Yeah, they're kind of stupid that way. Alright. Yeah, I guess we'll save here. Oh, damn it. Alright, please save now. Thank you.
It's a miracle that this reservoir is standing. The feet are being eaten away by rust. Carts from the soup kitchens. They appear to be queuing up.
Oh, well, I figured out right. So that's how Moriarty is poisoning the city. It's with the soup itself, the soup itself that they're giving to the poor people in Whitechapel, or to the at least to the people of Whitechapel anyway. In general, is what I'm guessing.
The bags contain rubble. They're tied up with good solid rope.
Yeah, so that's how they're spreading the plague in Whitechapel and throughout some poor communities in London. It's because of the soup.
I'll keep the rope.
Okay, so far I've only collected ropes. Oh, maybe. Yep, and make a even longer rope. Should probably use it for someplace. Yep, going up the ladder, and then what's this? I guess I'll grab that.
A large dry cloth.
It's too dark inside this reservoir. It's impossible to see anything, but I can hear a slight lapping of water. It's impossible. It's impossible.
Oh yeah, by the way, I messed up the blackmail achievement. Uh, so apparently the blackmail achievement I was supposed to get if I it was the third time with the lady who was a male wrestler champion or whatever, the Danny. I was supposed to blackmail her or something like that. Oh, I think with the hygiene agent option or something. What's this? Oh, that just changes my perspective. Oh, I didn't know you could do it through there. Okay. Alright. Yep, I didn't notice the stairs, so let's just go down here. But yeah, I missed that opportunity for the blackmailer achievement. But, oh well.
But have to be careful. The place is full of guards. It's too dangerous to go any further. An empty bottle. The window is too dirty to allow me to see inside. My cloth is
Too dry.
Oh, damn it. Ah, okay. I see what I need to do. I thought I had to go down this. Well, I mean, there's no way to go down this thing anyway. Alright, so I just tied that here. I'll leave that there. So now we use that to get the water from this thing. Yeah, I thought we had to go down there, but the pipe is too small, so yeah, unless we're Wile E. Coyote or any Looney Tunes characters, we're not gonna fit through there. So we'll just use that water we have to make a wet duster.
So, it is inside these warehouses that Prince Woodville's canteens on wheels are filled up, and Hans is there to add his poison. That siren is a signal to open the doors and let out the carts of poisoned soup, destined for London. I wonder what Holmes is doing at this moment.
Meanwhile, Sherlock Holmes is considerably a little bit slower compared to Watson. I mean, Sherlock weighs a little bit more pounds than Watson.
The main entrance is guarded. We will have to find another way in.
Okay. Oh, maybe with these pliers I could probably cut the wires or something. Or maybe there's some place in the fence in the opening. Oh wait, yep, right
Here's
here.
a good place to try and get through. This crate isn't large enough for us to get over the wall, nor to see what is on the other side.
The way is clear. Good, I'm in. Now I must find Moriarty. The Stand's accounts book. Nothing interesting. No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary. Nothing interesting. The cover is dented. Curious. The cover is dented. Curious. Let's look at the book's secret. Secret accounts. The Stand's owner must do something other than manage a simple coconut shy, and there is a strange poem about animals.
Turn up alcohol. Sorry. Turn up alcohol. 3 times 9 bottles. Delivery Tuesday 11. Total €8. Tobacco plus hay. 50 packs of cut tobacco. Delivery Tuesday 11. Total €2. Information SY €10. Bought 12 adult rats from Tom. Sold Restaurant Luigi for today's special, 10 shillings. 2 revolvers, typewriter ribbon, €20. The gazelle is dead. It was dangerous to turn his back on the lion.
A target from a firing range. It depicts a lion. The Stand's owner must live here. A telephone line. Interesting. It comes from that large building. A target from a firing range. A firing range for children. They have to throw leather balls at the figures of wild animals to knock them over. It's clear that there is a link between the poem in the secret accounts and the animal-shaped targets on the stand. It seems to me that there is something behind this poster, but it is stuck fast.
Gazelle's dead. It was dangerous to turn his back on the lion. So I'll put the lion here. Nope. Okay. I got so lion there, and then lion or the gazelle. Yeah.
It seems to me I need something.
Oh, I'm missing another piece. Oh.
It's the stand's till. There is no money, but there is a wooden target. Let's see.
Notes in pencil. The hyena waited for the hare to come out of its den, and won't be doing it again. Both of them starved to death. In the savannah, only the elephant can risk turning its back on the king of the animals without having to fear for its life. Sitting at the edge of the jungle, the chimpanzee didn't notice a vulture that grabbed him with his claws. The giraffe witnessed that scene. So I guess it's another piece of that puzzle.
I am missing some information. If the guard sees me, he will sound the alarm. I must neutralize him, but discreetly. There are probably others, and a fight would attract their attention. It's open. This building was a menagerie. I'm in the service passage. Apparently it's a medicine chest for first aid, I presume. Closed.
So I either have to find a key or have to use something.
Impossible to... Closed. Oh, what a smell. There must have been wild animals here once. I pity the animals that were shut up in here. The cages are very narrow. Nothing of interest here. This cage has been blocked with planks, so that the interior is hidden from view. A large syringe for animals of a considerable size, evidently. Old bandages. Everything points to that cage having been used to treat sick animals.
And there's the key.
A key. Apparently it's a medicine chest. The only thing intact is this bottle of ether. If the guard sees me, he will sound the alarm. I must neutralize him, but I must put something here that will attract the guard's attention. Elementary. There is a hiding place here. Interesting. I can't see a keyhole to open this hiding place.
And that's where this comes to play. Sitting at the edge of the jungle, the chimpanzee didn't notice a vulture that grabs him with his claws. Giraffe witnessed that scene. So... Oop. Oh, I guess I switch these? Oh, yeah, okay.
There we are. It is simplicity itself. The stand's slush fund. I wonder what happened to the owner that he should leave without his saving.
Oh my god.
There. That should interest our guard.
Oh my god, this is like a fucking Tom and Jerry skit.
Good. My little stratagem is in place. All I need to do is to wait for him to come back here. I have to shut him up, and quickly. I must find a way of neutralizing the guard inside.
Oh, Ether. Oh, I didn't know Ether could do that. Is that accurate or no? You guys can let me know in the comments. Well, looks like this guy's down for the count.
Perfect. Thanks to the ether.
This baller will sleep for a long time. Perfect. Another guard. This place is full of them. I cannot risk a confrontation. He'll see me coming, and I'll lose the element of surprise. I'll need to find a way to trap him. They must have exhibited those poor wretches in these cages and presented them as being dangerous. Bearded lady. Be careful of those boxes. They are balanced, one on top of the other. It would take very little to knock them over. People must have been locked up in here, and they are certain to have been mistreated. I wonder what this machinery is used for. A rail system is fixed to the ceiling, and a hook is hanging from it. It must be used for moving heavy and bulky objects. The mermaid, Poseidon's daughter. This large, empty aquarium held the fair's main attraction. The cage is held shut with this bar. It only needs to be pulled away to open it. This cage is still occupied, not by one of the monsters, but by a poor man. He's still alive, but he's barely human now. Moriarty must have tested his poison on this poor fellow. If he was freed, he would leap at the throat of the first person he saw. The crank? The hook is above the cage of this poor wretch. There, the rope is in place. This way I can open the poor fellow's cage from the outside without taking any risks. I could easily open the cage by raising the door, but that poor man would leap on me immediately. The cage is held shut with this bar. It only needs to be pulled away to open it. The cage. The cage. The cage. The cage is held shut with this bar. It only needs to be pulled away to open it. Another guard. Another guard. This. I suppose it was on this small stage that the monsters were presented to the public.
Note from the Fun Fairs director. My friends, as you all know, next week our adventure must come to an end. You also know that I'm no good at speeches, so I'll keep this brief. After all the years spent with you here, I can honestly say that I think of you as my family. I'm going to miss all of you. But before the fair closes, we've got one last week in business, and during this time, I want you all to give the very best of yourselves so that the public will never forget us. So before getting back to work, here is a list of jobs for the week. Roger, clean up the aquarium. Alice, kitchen. Tom, pest control. Martha, responsible for the keys to the place. Keith, upkeep of the rail and the cages. H, Ferguson.
The bearded lady kept the key to this exhibition. Interesting. Ah, here's something interesting. Hans's diary.
Hans's diary. Hans's diary. Monday 8. Moriarty's behind schedule. I've been waiting for 2 days now for the materials I need for my research to be delivered. He will have to get a move on if he wants me to take over the work he has started. My patience has its limits. I have filled in my time by reorganizing this place. An old fair sideshow exhibiting monsters. I don't know if Moriarty is aware of the irony of the situation. To calm my impatience, they brought me a subject at the end of the morning. A dirty old tramp in good health. He would do. I'm going to test the last evolution of Moriarty's poison on him. Night has fallen, and the test is finished. We had to kill the subject. His continuous roaring annoyed the boss. I can understand now why he needs my genius to help him advance in his research. The subject was in such a state of murderous madness that he became completely uncontrollable. He didn't even seem to understand the simplest orders. It's a long way from the desired result. Tuesday 9. The material still hasn't arrived. On a brighter note, I received 2 new subjects. A man in his 50s, thin, hairy, and toothless, and another who was younger but equally repulsive. You should be thanked for cleaning such parasites off the streets. Wednesday 10. I was woken in the middle of the night by screams and laughter, which seemed to be coming from the freak show. 2 of Moriarty's men, completely drunk, had locked the 2 subjects up in the same cage before giving them the bowl of poison. They were amusing themselves by betting on the combat's outcome. I hurried off to warn the boss. I can't waste material this way. I rather liked their expressions when they woke up a few hours later in the cages instead of the tramps. It must have been the worst hangover of their lives. Thursday 11. I have finally received the material and the ingredients which will allow me to modify Moriarty's poison. First experiment is going to be very simple. I'm just going to make a few drops of my famous will-annihilating poison and mix them with Moriarty's poison. We will see if that is sufficient to make them obey orders. It's a failure. It's a failure. The subjects didn't even have the time to kill each other. They died less than 30 seconds after being given the poison. The effects of the 2 poisons didn't add up as expected. On the other hand, I'll keep the dosage in mind. Poison that fries the brain so quickly cannot really be called a failure. Friday 12. I worked all night to develop the second dosage. This time I distilled the curare differently to attain a less powerful derivative. Derivative. This time I distilled the curare differently to obtain a less powerful derivative. I also modified Moriarty's poison, but he was not very open about its composition, so I had to improvise. Another failure. The subject did not die immediately, but he was uncontrollable as the others. Uncontrollable as the others. The only difference of note is that the wounds and the tissue damage did not get any worse after the poison was taken. That's of no interest. We're not here to treat them. Moriarty assisted in the experiment. He did not say anything and left in silence. He wasn't pleased. I think he is starting to get impatient. Saturday 13. Moriarty is becoming impatient. He doesn't understand anything, and he dares to question my talent. He was the one who came to find me to modify his poison. He'd been trying for weeks without success, and now he wants me to succeed in 2 days. We had an overheated discussion about it, but I finally got him to admit that a chemist has no choice but to bow to the rules of science. It's nature that sets man the rhythm, and not the other way around. I tried another dosage. The 3rd test was a semi-failure. This time, the subject alternated the bouts of madness with a fall of blood pressure. He went from enraged to comatose in a few seconds. I think we are on the right track. Sunday 14. Moriarty doesn't want to wait any longer. This morning he openly threatened me. He had He has given me 2 days to obtain a conclusive result. He gave me to understand that past this deadline, I will go from being the researcher to becoming the guinea pig. I am confident enough. I was able to worm the components of his poison out of him. And as I thought, the problem isn't with my creation, it's with his. This idiot apprentice chemist who worked on it made so many mistakes in the dosages that I'm amazed that it produces the effect that it does. I have spent more than 10 hours going over the dosages of Moriarty's poison, and I have finally obtained something sufficiently pure to be mixed with my personal composition. A new subject must be delivered as soon as possible. I can't wait to see the results. I succeeded. The problem wasn't with my poison, but with theirs. It was much too strong. I modified it, and the subject proved to be obedient without losing any of his fury. True, he eat his own hand, but this time it was because we told him to. It's the first time I've seen Moriarty smile. We have attained the objective. At any time, Moriarty can poison a large section of London's population. The choice of the Whitechapel area is a natural one. It is there that the greatest number of the starving can be found. So at a given moment, these thousands of rag soldiers can invade the city and spread chaos such as the British Empire has never known. Excuse me. Nothing will stop their fury. The devastation will last for the time that the boss needs to seize power and place that pathetic clown Woodville on the throne. Then the killing frenzy will stop of its own accord. I programmed the poison to last for 48 hours. After that, the subjects will join their victims in the paradise of the flea-ridden. Monday 15. I am now going to be able to mass-produce this wonderful poison. Moriarty has set his men to cleaning up the warehouse below. It is a perfect place, and it even has an enormous reservoir in the roof. The boss came here in person to pay me part of the money I was promised for my work. I'll have a rest when his plan has succeeded. I will soon be incredibly rich.
A dreadful diary. That Hans is the only real monster ever to have frequented this attraction. Chemistry material. Here's what I've been looking for. The trap is in place. Now I only need to get the guard to go inside the freak show. I cannot leave now. The guard must be the wall. I need to get out of here. The guard is inside. I must close the door quickly. No, I can't do that. Closed. I must find a way of neutralizing the guard inside.
Now we can pull the cage open.
No, I can't do that.
Oh.
No, I can't do that.
No.
No, I can't.
Oh. Wait. There we go. Now I can do that. Oh boy. Seen this.
I'll be leaving you. I'm sure you have a great many things to do.
Alrighty. Yeah, I heard that stock music used before a bunch of times. I think you also hear it in the Apple Movie Maker or something like that. Or even, I think it was also included in Final Cut too.
But what have we got here?
Ah, there you are, Holmes. Did you have any problems?
None, apart from a few small things. What have you found out about this warehouse?
Prince Woodville's soup is loaded and contaminated by hands.
And in the direction of Whitechapel. Watson, in a few hours, Moriarty will have at his disposal a formidable army, more powerful and more terrible than anything that has ever existed.
What?
The soup is destined for a poverty-stricken, starving population who have been conditioned for months against the ruling powers. Moriarty won't have any trouble in sending thousands of raving mad people to ravage the city, sowing death and destruction. No force would be able to resist them, not the police, not even the army. A perfect army, knowing neither fear nor pity. A tidal wave of humanity which will cover London and will fall away again, leaving a city of desolation behind it.
What horror! And the chaos will only make Moriarty's coup d'etat even easier. But how will he guard himself against this bloodthirsty crowd?
The chaos will only last for the time he needs.
You mean to say?
That these poor wretches will all die. 48 hours after ingesting the soup, according to our good Dr. Shielman. So the victims will be joined by their executioners. An immense mass murder. What Moriarty would call clearing up after work, no doubt. Good. Have you found a way of stopping Hans's process?
Yes, I think so. If we can weaken the reservoir's feet with the explosives, for example, it will collapse and take the building down with it.
Good work.
What are you looking at?
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Never.
Oh yeah, it looks like a satellite dish. Alright, let me see here. Thank God it didn't crash. Yeah,
Holmes, our priority now is to blow up the tank in the factory to stop the distribution of the soup effectively.
I guess we'll go in that satellite dish.
Look, Holmes, there appears to be some sort of control panel.
With an antenna, whatever its purpose might be.
Ah, yeah, it's a radio communicator. Looks like a... I mean, that's what I'm guessing anyway. I mean, it looks like a satellite dish, so it must be some sort of radio communicator.
These caravans must be inhabited. Look, there is smoke coming out of one of them.
This ladder is only held back by a bolt. There is no one here, and nothing very interesting. This ladder is only held back by a bolt. Closed.
Propaganda tract. Comrades, the exploiters are thirsty, they want blood, have no doubt about it. They never waste an opportunity to place their yokes upon the necks of the working classes. Against us are the revolutionary social laws, all the middle class forces, police, army, magistracy, government. But with us, comrades, we have the invincible will of international revolutionaries. Wherever we might, let us strike the imperialist henchmen. Let us return blow for blow. A revolution lives in terror, and by terror will the people's justice be fulfilled.
An international
Anarchists' manifesto written in several languages. A metal plate, very solid. A wanted poster in Russian with the portraits of the three brothers on it.
Look, Holmes, the three Russian brothers.
With a coal stove and dynamite.
What should we do next, Holmes?
And then the dynamite would be very useful for blowing up the tank.
Good idea. But in order that we can get it, we'll have to get them out of there without their knowing we are here. The best thing to do is to carry on exploring this place, Holmes.
You got an idea.
It is the chimney pipe. It has been cut. Interesting. It is the...
Oh, I had to light it up.
I could smoke them out by blocking...
Pipe, but the air in the caravan would take several minutes before becoming unbreathable. The effect must be immediate and a total surprise. This stall is a washroom. I can see water basins inside. The door can be blocked from the outside. Interesting. Apparently, they are more interested in games than in cleanliness. Gallons of vodka. I pity the people who must have risked their lives in this attraction.
This place must have been magnificent.
Shh. Watson, look, on the stage. Prince Woodville.
And it is with an immense pride that I take possession of the attributes of the crown, and swear in front of you to serve my people with... Gentlemen, who are you? I don't believe I know you.
Not as yet, Your Royal Highness, but I am overjoyed that you are familiar with the crowning ceremony.
Of course. A good king should know it.
That makes my duty so very much easier. Let me introduce myself. My name is Howard Sawbury, and I am in charge of the aforementioned protocol and the master of ceremonial events at Buckingham Palace.
Yes, and I'm Sir John Cannard, in charge of the peacocks in the royal gardens.
Congratulations, Sir John. Excellent imagination.
I am pleased to meet you, gentlemen, but what brings you here?
Do you mean to say that no one has informed you? Have you not been in the city? It is Queen Victoria, of course. She has been dethroned.
Really? So soon? According to my special advisor, Professor Moriarty, that should not take place until a few days from now.
The people have decided otherwise, sir, and now they're calling for their new sovereign, the benevolent, most understanding Prince Woodville.
Ah, gentlemen, you bring me great news. My good people have carried out their duty. I can finally take my rightful place, and happily before the bombs detonated.
Actually, sir, we're here to warn you that you are in grave danger.
What do you mean?
Among your close advisors, I regret there are traitors who are already plotting against you. We have reliable information that these terrorists are part of an international anarchist network, and...
Ah, gentlemen, I know who you are talking about. I'm sure you mean the strange gentleman employed by Professor Moriarty. Asians or,
Russians, sir.
whatever. These men must be stopped before their bombs explode.
They're bombs?
Yes, Sir John. Bombs placed all over London. I was not at all fond of the idea, but Professor Moriarty was quite adamant.
Do you know where these bombs are precisely?
Of course not. But I do know that those anarchists created their exploding devices here.
You must tell us everything that you know about the bombs, sir.
Why should I? You're not a pyrotechnist, are you? I must speak urgently with Professor Moriarty.
They are dangerous anarchists who have committed murderous acts in their own country against the Tsar's line.
That is impossible. The professor assured me of their loyalty.
Moriarty does not require you anymore, sir. He does not wish to give you the throne. He desires it for himself.
The devil.
Sir, we are going to help you. You must tell us where the bombs are planted. The people will never forget a sovereign who began his reign by saving his subjects from such atrocities.
I confess that I do not know where they are. But surely the Russian anarchists must know.
What do the bombs look like?
They appear very complicated. It is impossible to defuse them. I remember that they were put together here, in a wooden stall between two tents, next to the Russian caravans. They were the only ones who had a key, besides that traitor Moriarty, of course.
We're going to try to open that stall.
Wait, I demand an explanation. If everyone is plotting against me, then how do I know that you are not also party to the plot?
But we...
Bring me Professor Moriarty, Mr. Sawbury, without delay. Sir John will remain here with me.
I should be able to remove the prince without endangering Watson's life.
There you are, Sir John. To be a king means also... There you are, Sir John. To be a king means also to be prudent. And that is why I prefer to have you here as reserve. You are my guarantee.
I understand, sir. But in return, you must understand that this places me in a somewhat disagreeable situation.
Yes, I understand. But the reasons of the state...
Are unfathomable, I know.
These tangled...
Render you a...
What the? What the hell am I doing here? Oh, I guess I'm supposed to not have them tangled together like this. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I get it. Alright. God, it's gonna be so hard. Oh, there we go. That was easy.
He's not moving. He appears to have passed out.
But he could come around at any moment and sound the alarm.
Yes, before leaving the theatre, we must make certain that that does not happen.
Not so long ago, those words coming from you would have frozen my blood.
Rest assured, my friend, that Sherlock Holmes no longer exists. Get rid of him now. There is a label underneath this lever. Magician's Trap Door, middle of the stage. Exactly where the prince is standing. Hey, presto, it's magic. No more paranoid prince.
Well done, Holmes. Look, Holmes, Prince Woodville lost his ring during the fight.
Okay, gonna have to go the long way around.
What were these dummies at the front of the stage used for?
The prince put them there to represent his public. There is an enormous diamond in the middle of this ring. I will give it to the police later. This magician has a leather belt, very solid. There is a small bag attached to it. The illusionist's smoke powder. Abracadabra. Magic powder and a metal plate. The revolutionaries won't resist it. Hide, Watson.
Water! Water!
The way is clear. Perfect.
I can hear the chinking of a bottle and talk in Russian. The three brothers are quietly getting drunk. Perfect. We must hurry, Holmes. Each chime tells us that the preparation of the poisoned soup is advancing.
I'm coming, Watson. I just need to unblock the chimney.
This caravan is as disgusting as the first one.
A Russian-English dictionary. This piece of art shows the hatred the anarchists feel towards Prince Woodville and everything he represents.
Wire.
The dynamite shells are empty. A pity. A small saw. We might need this.
Letter to the anarchists. Your peddlers of freedom must be placed as soon as possible on the following targets.
The names
Yeah.
of the targets are written.
In Russian and are unreadable, in my case, that is, and apparently the brothers have made notes before every name. This list has something to do with the dictionary open on the table. Let's see.
Oh god, now I have to study Russian.
That's not right.
Oop, I just skipped a bunch of pages.
That's not right. Let's see.
Ah, here we go. Yeah. Got that. Oh. Jesus fucking. See.
That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
Say RPD?
That's not right. That's not right. That's not.
Ooh, excuse me.
That's not. That's not. That's not right. That's not. That's not. That's not right.
Oh, I can go back here. Oops. Okay. What's this? A C. Here we go. Go. And what the hell is this thing? God. Jesus Christ, it's hard. Oh, it's B.
That's not right. That's not right.
Oh, right here. The British.
That's not right.
No, yeah, it is British Museum.
That's not right.
No, okay. I'll be Hugh. The Buckingham Palace. Okay. Now, finally H, which is Bank of England. Ah, okay. So those are like, yeah, list of sites where the bombs have been placed: Buckingham Palace, House of Commons, Scotland Yard, and Bank of England.
If these bombs explode, then I believe that the realm will be plunged into one of the gravest crises in its history.
What are you going to do with this information, Holmes?
Hand it across to Inspector Lestrade.
How?
By telephone. The haunted house is connected to the telephone exchange. I'm going to try and slip in there discreetly.
Shall I accompany you?
You can help me to get in, but while I search for the telephone, you should collect as much information as you can about the bombs. The explosive experts at Scotland Yard will need it.
Understood.
Yeah, I thought Lestrade was retired, but no, he just, I guess he just went on vacation or something.
I can hear that.
Do I switch characters? No. Yeah, I just go back to the, oh no, yeah, the warehouse, or the haunted house or whatever, right there.
I can hear noises. We aren't alone. We had best be careful. I need to get into the room where the telephone is, but not from the outside. The window must be solidly locked. A telephone line. It goes to the haunted house. This ladder is only... This ladder is not too heavy. This ladder is... I need to get it. I need something. I can't do that. No, it is unnecessary. I could saw through the bars, being careful to create a passage wide enough.
A good idea to use the diamond in the ring, Holmes. Exactly like at the Marquis's place.
I remind you of the monkey that stole the necklace, do I?
Well done, Holmes.
It's open. It's time for me to go into the beast's lair. Watson, I have no idea how long it will take me to locate the telephone. Use the time to try to get into the stand where the bombs were put together.
I'm on my way. I'll join you later.
Oh, there goes the letter.
There's no point. I need something. place is calm thanks to the supply of vodka in the washroom. The anarchists probably haven't even noticed that they're locked in. Ah, there must be water here. The fire in this stove hasn't been put out, and now it's overheating. It must be stopped quickly. Lard. Were they really going to eat that? A large dry cloth. A key. It's too hot. Lard. Oh, it was time. Lard. Very pretty Russian dolls. Let's see if there's something inside. A key. Whittling wooden objects seems to be a passion of one of the brothers. After building explosive devices, of course. It's an ornately carved toy chest. According to the name marked on it, it belongs to a certain Alexei, and it's locked by a key. I need...
There we go. Hey, it is the devices.
A bag of marbles. They're marvelous. A clock's hand. Strange handyman, these anarchists. A pretty spinning top.
Letter in Russian. Yeah.
A Cyrillic letter with a strange symbol.
The Russian's workshop is here. The padlock appears very solid.
Oh. That's the symbol I'm going for. Okay. I don't know what I can do with the padlock though.
I've already seen this symbol on a piece of paper I found inside the anarchist's chest. It's not very difficult after all. Another 3 carts full of poison soup. I must hurry. So it's here that the 3 anarchists made their bombs. But what a mess. Very well, I don't have any choice. If I want to understand how they work, I will have to build one. Here's the bench for assembling the explosive devices. There's something here. A plan for Russian bombs on a Japanese origami to blow up key places in England. Very cosmopolitan. This plan shows the steps to follow for building a bomb. Locked. Sticks of dynamite. This box contains a jumble of radio receivers and boxes of copper wire. Apparently, the radio is plugged in. Oops, the switch doesn't work. Don't panic, John. All you need to do is to find another way to defuse it. The best thing will be for me to go to the merry-go-round with my bomb.
I'll take the bomb with me. Oh, it's heavy.
This control panel doesn't work. We can branch a telephone here to call Lestrade. Thanks to this radar, I can perhaps disconnect my bomb.
I have to take a picture of it. I'm not gonna try to memorize that whole thing.
Oh my God. Now I understand. The antenna on the merry-go-round controls all the bombs that the Russian brothers made. The control panel. It works! Thanks to this, I think we can now disconnect all the bombs that have been spread around London. And mine, too. I must warn Holmes. The control panel. It works! I must attract Holmes's attention. I'm going to throw a marble at the window, which will attract Holmes's attention if he's there. Holmes isn't answering. It would be better to wait until he reaches the room where the telephone is.
This room is clean and well kept. What a contrast to the filth throughout the rest of the fair.
Hey guys, unfortunately I'm gonna have to end this part here. Just feeling a little tired, feeling a little woozy right now after playing this game for a while. Also because it's getting a little late right now, as I'm recording it. So I'm just gonna end this part here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time for the next and hopefully final part of the Let's Play series of the Testament of Sherlock Holmes.